France lost. We got bodies. Great game, Spain. Y'all deserve this win. Played us out the park. Midfield played us out the park. Attack killed us. We couldn't score on them. It is what it is, man. Congrats, Spain. I got nothing negative to say. Thought we could score on everybody. Cucurella today. Awesome. He was great today. As you can see, I was at the event. Came here in my gear. This is a rough one for sure. We're out now, so it's a bit quiet. But yeah, what a performance by Spain. Their midfield was perfect this game. Their fullbacks, Cucurella, had a master class today. Pedro Porro got his goal today. Excellent running. France didn't have it today. Their defense didn't have it. Their attack didn't have it. Midfield was getting embarrassed. Spain outplayed France in every department. Something I didn't think was going to happen. I thought the reverse was going to happen, actually. You saw my other video. I had 3-0 France. We couldn't get any good shots off on Spain, man. I got to take back what I said. This Spain defense is for real. I love to take back what I said, man. I ain't got no problem with it. Cucurella's running, his defending, the last block he got on Mbappe. I don't think we would have scored after that, but you never know what happens. Salute to Spain. Shit hurts to say, man. Oh, I hate that. I hate that they won. Everybody on Spain played well as a team. I don't even know. I'm still baffled. I need some time to realize what I just watched. We just got eliminated 2-0, bro. Off rip, Spain was controlling the ball, being efficient with it. You know how they play. They don't ever lose the ball ever. And we have no press. Looked like France were terrified today. There was no press. There was no game plan by the looks of it. It looks like they just put out a formation. Spain played their tiki-taka the way they always do. Passing around us, constant times they just pass out, just winning the game. Spain's press today was also immaculate. Gotta say it. As a team, they destroyed France pretty badly. Rodri had a fantastic game once again. Cucurella, man of the match in my opinion, or you can give it to Porro. But yeah, Spain just had a game plan. They stuck with it, and France couldn't break down their defense, couldn't get past the midfield, or anything positive really. France today was terrible, man. France couldn't do anything positive. Their attack, mediocre, not even mediocre. They were just straight up bad. France's midfield couldn't keep the ball in possession. Spain felt like they were everywhere. There was constant times where there's a pass right to Dembele, right to Mbappe, and Spain's just cutting it off. It felt like they had 8 legs out there. The defense today I've been riveting about looked terrible today as well. Kone didn't look that good when he subbed on. Doué tried. Spain's midfield was everywhere. Rodri was everywhere. Fabian Ruiz was everywhere. They even subbed on Pedri. He didn't do anything once again, but he was still present in their midfield. Yeah, man, Spain just played us out the park. Embarrassed us. We didn't even look competent. We looked like we were below them. We didn't look like we were on par. We didn't look like we really were trying. Or we were trying, but we just couldn't do anything. They were just better than us flat out everywhere. Digne, bro. The worst left back performance I've seen this entire World Cup. Couldn't stay near Yamal, couldn't stay in front of Yamal, gave them the penalty, allowed that Spain team to build up on that. Yamal was so free today, just idiotically kicking the player or kicking the ball when there's like no one around him in the box. It's just stuff like that you can't do because you never know who's behind you. He had plenty of time to look behind him if he needed to do that. We gave up the penalty, but it's not like no excuses. I don't think we would have scored if we played 130 minutes. But yeah, it's rough to lose to Spain 2-0 in the fashion that we did as well. That's the worst part.
First thing we should address is the main concern Spain was going into today now. Because everybody was saying France has the best attack in the world, which is probably true.
Mm-hmm.
And people were saying that Spain's defense, might not be up to the challenge.
Me?
But you also have to consider the fact that Spain has only conceded 1 goal the whole tournament going into this match. We're gonna have a discussion about Kubarsi, bro. Like this whole tournament, he's been looking really solid. I can't lie. Like comparing it to Barcelona to his performance for Spain.
Yeah.
He looks a lot sharper, and it might probably just because of Hansi Flick's system. Inigo leaving Barca with the high line, that's probably what made him look hindered. But I mean, for Spain, he's been looking really solid. I think they realized going into this, France doesn't defend man to man, and so they did a really good job isolating that attack. Olise barely saw him today. He was getting clamped down every time he got the ball.
Yeah.
Uh,
They had Rodri man marking him, basically.
yeah, and Cucurella as well. He was on it today. He looked really sharp. Barcola, I was worried about because Barcola, in a matchup with Pedro Porro, you would think Barcola would use his pace to an advantage.
You would think.
But he still has the finishing ability that he had 2 years ago. Oh my gosh, that midfield, bro. Danny Olmo.
Yeah, talk about the midfield thing you're talking about. Yeah, the other midfield.
I don't know why. Whenever Danny Olmo puts on the Spain shirt, he gets superpowers, bro. Like, so the midfield today, going into this match, I was thinking that the only way Spain could beat this French team is if they use possession as a defensive tool, because that's what Spain's game is built around, possession. That's where they thrive at. And if you notice, with every game France plays, they leave players higher up the pitch on purpose so that they could go and transition into a counterattack quickly. Now, this time around, France opened up in the mid-block. I think this did backfire on them, because I think they were too comfortable letting Spain hold on to the ball for a while. And although the mid-block did make it hard in the beginning, that penalty that Yamal won against the kick from Dean, I think that's what shook France, because afterwards, you can see towards the end of the first half, kind of quiet from Spain, but towards the end of the first half, you saw France was kind of losing their heads a little bit, trying to get that equalizer. But then Danny Olmo, that little 1-2 he does with Pedro Porro, it was like, I don't know, man, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Second goal, that's when France really breaks down, because from that point on, you see that France abandoned the mid-block, and the gap between the midfield and the attack just widens up ridiculously. There was so much space in the midfield that Mbappe, Dembele, and Barcola, that attack was just completely disconnected from the midfield at that point, like later on in the match. And that's what Spain was hoping for, I think, because if you give Spain some space to work with, I mean, their technical ability, they're gonna find the pass eventually. And that's what I was worried about, because in the first half, Spain's midfield, they kept having to pass back to the defense or Simone, just because they couldn't find any comfortable passing lanes. But once they saw that second goal, once they saw that France was widening gaps, that was just a game winner right there. Because France, they lost control to the end of the match. Also want to talk about Unai Simon. I've been really critical of him, because I think it's really weird that he starts over two of the best keepers in the world. But maybe I was too harsh on him.
Just maybe.
He came out of the box and gifted it to Doué, and Doué kicks it back.
His jackass gave it right back to him, bro. I was like, fuck, dude, fuck, bro. He had a great game.
Kubarsi leading the defense with Laporte. I mean, it was just crazy how they were actually able to kind of contain France's attack for majority of the game. And a lot of people are critical of Spain in the final third, because in the final third is when they start to get shaky, as you saw against Belgium. But man, the dominance that they showed in the midfield, it was just crazy. I mean, I don't think there was one bad performance I could really highlight from Spain.
What do you think of Rodri being the second best midfielder in the entire World Cup so far? Behind Bellingham, obviously.
I don't have too much of an issue with it. I think he's finally bounced back into form with this game. So, I mean, he did look solid.
I think he's been y'all's best player this entire tournament, other than Cucurella.
Yeah, I would shout out Cucurella, Kubarsi, and Rodri so far.
Yeah.
And Olmo.
I forgot about Kubarsi, yeah. Defense is legit. Who could have guessed? Yeah, anyway, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for doing this for me.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Anything else? Who would you like to play in the final?
Honestly, with Spain beating the number one contenders, if they
Yeah,
still
y'all are
have
the
fumble
favorite. I
this,
would say y'all are the favorite. Yeah,
there's just no way they fumble this.
I don't see how y'all lose to anyone, I'll be honest. So.
To England, just because I think they would put up more of a fight than Argentina.
Yeah.
If we're just going based on story-wise, then probably Argentina, just to get that Messi Yamal game. But yeah.
France today was terrible. France as a whole, I'll go through the lineup and just say Magnon, I don't have anything to say about you. I don't think you had a bad game really. You were constantly getting pressured. The first goal is a penalty. It's a great penalty taken. The second goal wasn't your fault either. LaCroix, when he subbed on for Saliba, I was like, yeah, we lost. I knew we lost when Saliba came on or came off because the first goal was a penalty, something we could try to come back to. Saliba, our best center back, getting out is never going to help us. He's injured, so that's not good. Koundé, I don't think was that bad. Digne was the worst left back I've seen in my life. He couldn't do anything with Yamal. You didn't have to lock up Yamal or anything, but every time Yamal had the ball, it just seemed like Digne was too slow. Yamal's not even known for being that fast of a player, and Digne was getting run past. Saliba got injured. Wish the best for him. Upamecano tried his best. He didn't have a bad game in my opinion. Tchouaméni looked like he shouldn't have been starting this game. He looked like he was still hindered from being injured. He looked like he was slower than usual, like a pace slower. And Kone, when he came on, didn't do any better. Rabiot, absolute howler, subbed off in the first half. Terrible, making stupid tackles, not dirty, stupid tackles. Not being able to stay with the midfield, just being too slow. Dembele today was terrible. So many missed passes, just missed idiotic plays from the former Ballon d'Or. This was Elise's worst game. I believe they had Rodri man marking Elise, which was a genius idea by Fuente, completely taking our best creator out of the game by putting their best midfielder on our best creator. I feel like every time Elise had the ball, Rodri was right on him, just able to scare him off the ball, and he wasn't able to do anything. Barcola just ran around like he usually does. Mbappe had a terrible game. He had a little late yellow card because out of frustration to the goalkeeper. Bad game, taking terrible shots. I don't believe he had a shot on target. Mbappe's my GOAT, but, criticism's okay. You can criticize people you like. He had 2 shots on target, but they were like just anything. He was getting locked up by the defense. Kubarsi and Laporte, man, ultimate respect to the defenders. They played perfectly today. They destroyed France. Our attack that was unstoppable was easily stopped today. The 4 of them couldn't do anything, couldn't create anything. Doué came on. He couldn't really do much. Turkey came on. He didn't do anything either. Spain looked unbelievable today. The back line was unbelievable. Pedro Porro and Cucurella were unbelievable. The last save that Cucurella made on Mbappe was chef's kiss. It was beautiful. It was easy way. It was a great way to end the game. The game probably was already over due to the fact of Deschamps. I know he's been using 2 midfielders for the entire World Cup, but against a team like Spain who love to keep possession, who can easily break you down, who has such elite midfielders, I believe it's childish and idiotic to not have a midfield 3 out there. Put 3 people out there. Put Kone in there. Sub off Barcola. Just use Olise, Dembele, and Mbappe. Have a midfield of 3 players so that y'all can be able to help in doing better pressing. Today, like, France didn't even try to press. I didn't see one time where they all made a coordinated press. It seems like they're all, like, tired or scared or something. But, yeah, Deschamps not sub. Even at halftime, we're only down 1-0 to a penalty. But even at halftime, him not subbing off an attacker to play a midfield 3 killed us. Same were playing around us like jokes. He let Rabiot and Tchouaméni look terrible out there. He allowed, because think about it, Tchouaméni and Rabiot had to guard basically 5 people. How Spain defends and how Spain builds up. So, because you're only getting so much help from the attackers who don't really drop back. So you're asking Tchouaméni and Rabiot to do so much. We'll have to wait another 4 years to see if Mbappe can lift another World Cup trophy. Congrats to Spain. You deserved it. You're the better team today by a long shot. They have one more game, and then they can lift that trophy. This was the most embarrassing game I think I've witnessed in a while. Madrid really knows how to put up an embarrassing performance, but this was bad just based off of how great we looked, how great our team is, and hopefully in the next 4 years we can find right backs, better defenders, and more midfielders. Our attack is always going to be lethal. France can produce attackers like nothing, but yeah, we're really out. So that means no Mbappe Ballon d'Or this year, no Mbappe World Cup. So that's great. Shout out to Spain once again. No, who knows what happens in the future? I thought we were going to win today, so clearly I don't know anything about it. Even with this being a bad game, France still had a great entire World Cup. But France is too good to just say, great, we made it to the semis. This is a championship level team. So yeah, man, I'm going to get out of here. This was an embarrassing thing to watch in person. So yeah, man, once again, just congrats to Spain. Y'all deserve it. Y'all are the better team. Been the better team the past 3 times we played y'all. Can't wait to watch y'all beat Argentina or England in the final, because I don't believe anyone can really break down this team or beat them. I feel like we had the best units to do that. I will say though, before I get out of here, every team that has played Spain that has used 3 midfielders have been able to put up a fight. So England has 3 great midfielders, and they have Kobe Mainoo on the bench. Argentina just, I don't, not really, they're not that good. So either way, but yeah. So I'm gonna head out of here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, please. And with all that being said, you can schedule your next appointment at the front desk.